The Magic of Thinking Big, The Timeless Principles of Success and Limitless Thinking from David J. Schwartz's best-selling book, reimagined for modern readers. Success is often seen as something reserved for the exceptionally talented, highly educated, or naturally gifted. Many people believe that extraordinary achievements belong only to those with remarkable intelligence, special connections, or extraordinary luck. As a result, they settle for smaller dreams, convinced that greatness is beyond their reach. But what if the biggest obstacle to success isn't a lack of ability but a lack of belief? In The Magic of Thinking Big, David J. Schwartz argues that success begins not with talent, but with mindset. The size of your achievements is often determined by the size of your thinking. People who accomplish extraordinary things are not necessarily smarter than everyone else. They simply refuse to limit themselves with small beliefs. Rather than focusing on complicated success formulas, Schwartz explains that confidence, positive thinking, purposeful action, and ambitious goals can transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. By changing the way we think, we change the way we act, and those actions ultimately shape our future. This summary explores the book's timeless principles and practical lessons that can help anyone develop greater confidence, overcome self-doubt, think beyond limitations, and build a life of lasting success. Believe you can succeed. Everything begins with belief. Before anyone starts a business, writes a book, builds a career, or changes their life, they must first believe it is possible. Unfortunately, many people convince themselves otherwise. I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough experience. People like me never succeed. These thoughts quietly become invisible barriers. Schwartz explains that belief influences behavior. When we believe success is possible, we work harder, we become more persistent, we notice opportunities, we recover faster after setbacks. Belief does not guarantee success. But without belief, success becomes almost impossible. Confidence is the starting point of every meaningful achievement. Think bigger than your circumstances. Many people allow their current situation to determine the size of their dreams. If they have little money, they dream small. If they have experienced failure, they lower their expectations. If others doubt them, they doubt themselves. Schwartz encourages the opposite approach. Do not let present circumstances define future possibilities. Think about where you want to go, not only where you currently stand. Every major accomplishment begins as an idea that once seemed unrealistic. Big thinking expands possibilities. Small thinking limits them. Your future grows only as large as your vision. Excuses are the greatest enemy of success. The author identifies several common excuses that prevent people from achieving their goals. I don't have enough education. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't know the right people. I don't have enough time. While these excuses may sound reasonable, they shift responsibility away from ourselves. Successful people acknowledge obstacles. Then they look for solutions. Instead of asking, "Why can't I?" they ask, "How can I?" The quality of our questions often determines the quality of our future. Excuses create comfort. Responsibility creates progress. Confidence grows through action. Many people wait until they feel confident before taking action. Schwartz argues that confidence works in the opposite direction. Action creates confidence. Every presentation delivered, every conversation started, every challenge accepted, strengthens belief in ourselves. The first step often feels uncomfortable. The second becomes easier. Eventually, confidence replaces fear. Waiting for perfect confidence usually means waiting forever. Progress belongs to those willing to act before they feel completely ready. Think like successful people. Success leaves clues. Highly successful individuals often share similar attitudes. They expect positive outcomes. They focus on solutions. They remain optimistic during setbacks. They take responsibility. Schwartz encourages readers to observe successful people carefully, not to imitate their personalities, but to understand their thinking. The way we think shapes the way we behave. Changing our mindset changes our results. The importance of positive thinking. Negative thinking shrinks possibilities. Positive thinking expands them. When difficulties arise, negative thinkers immediately see obstacles. Positive thinkers begin searching for opportunities. This does not mean ignoring reality, it means choosing a productive response. Optimism creates energy. Energy encourages action. Action produces results. Positive thinking is practical because it leads to better decisions. Manage your environment carefully. Our environment quietly shapes our beliefs. The people we spend time with, the books we read, the conversations we have, the media we consume, all influence our thinking. Schwartz encourages surrounding ourselves with people who encourage growth. Avoid constant complainers. Avoid those who ridicule ambition. Seek individuals who inspire confidence and possibility. Positive environments produce positive minds. Your surroundings matter more than you realize. Make your attitude your greatest asset. People often focus on developing skills. Schwartz reminds us that attitude is equally important. Employers appreciate competence. They value enthusiasm even more. Relationships improve through kindness. Leadership grows through optimism. People naturally follow individuals who radiate confidence and hope. A positive attitude opens doors that technical ability alone cannot. Success depends not only on what you know, but on how you approach life. Set goals that inspire you. Many people drift through life without clear direction. They work hard, but toward no specific destination. Goals provide purpose. They transform ordinary effort into meaningful progress. Schwartz encourages setting ambitious goals, not because they are easy, but because they inspire growth. Big goals demand bigger thinking. Bigger thinking creates bigger actions. Without direction, even great effort produces limited results. Think in terms of solutions. Every problem invites two responses: complaint or solution. Successful people train themselves to ask, how can this be improved? What can I learn? What opportunity exists here? Complaining changes little. Problem solving changes everything. The habit of seeking solutions becomes one of the most valuable success skills. Every challenge contains the possibility of progress. Take initiative. Many opportunities are never announced. They belong to people willing to step forward. Volunteer for responsibility. Suggest new ideas. Begin projects. Solve problems before someone asks. Initiative separates leaders from followers. Waiting for permission often means waiting forever. Those who consistently create value naturally become more valuable. Action attracts opportunity. Build strong relationships. No one succeeds entirely alone. Success depends greatly on how we treat others. Respect, encouragement, listening, appreciation. These qualities strengthen every relationship. Schwartz reminds us that people enjoy working with those who make them feel valued. Kindness is not weakness, it is influence. The better our relationships become, the more opportunities naturally appear. Defeat fear through action. Fear prevents countless dreams from becoming reality. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of embarrassment. Fear grows stronger when ignored. Action weakens it. Every courageous decision teaches the mind that challenges can be overcome. Schwartz encourages acting despite fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward anyway. Confidence follows repeated acts of courage. Develop the habit of thinking first class. The author often uses the phrase, thinking first class. This means expecting excellence. Present yourself professionally. Communicate clearly. Dress with confidence. Deliver quality work. Respect your commitments. The goal is not to impress others. The goal is to reinforce your own belief that you deserve success. Our external habits often strengthen our internal confidence. Keep learning. Knowledge expands opportunity. Successful people remain lifelong learners. Read books, learn new skills, seek mentors, ask questions. Every new insight improves decision-making. Education does not end with school. Personal growth continues throughout life. Small daily learning compounds into remarkable expertise. Success is built one day at a time. Big dreams require consistent action, not occasional enthusiasm. Daily improvement matters. One conversation, one chapter read, one opportunity accepted, one problem solved. These small actions gradually produce extraordinary achievements. Consistency always outperforms occasional intensity. The future is shaped by today's repeated choices. Your self-image determines your performance. People usually perform according to the image they hold of themselves. If you believe you are capable, you behave differently. If you believe you deserve success, you pursue larger opportunities. If you see yourself as limited, you avoid meaningful challenges. Schwartz encourages building a healthier self-image. Speak confidently. Think positively. Act with integrity. Gradually, your identity begins matching the person you aspire to become. Success begins within. Leadership begins with service. Great leaders do not focus solely on personal gain. They ask, how can I help? How can I improve this situation? How can I make others successful? Service creates trust. Trust creates influence. Influence creates leadership. People willingly follow individuals who genuinely care about others. Leadership is earned through contribution, not demanded through authority. Final thoughts. The magic of thinking big reminds us that the greatest limits we face are often the ones we place on ourselves. Schwartz teaches that success is less about extraordinary intelligence or natural talent and more about developing the confidence to think beyond our current circumstances. By replacing doubt with belief, excuses with action, and fear with courage, we unlock possibilities that once seemed impossible. The book encourages us to dream bigger, act with confidence, cultivate positive relationships, and focus on solutions instead of problems. Through consistent optimism, lifelong learning, and purposeful action, we gradually build the habits and mindset that lead to meaningful success. The central message is simple yet transformative. Your life rarely rises above the level of your thinking. When you expand your vision, strengthen your self-belief, and consistently act on ambitious goals, your achievements begin to reflect that larger mindset. In the end, the magic of thinking big teaches that extraordinary success does not begin with extraordinary talent. It begins with extraordinary belief. When you choose to think bigger than your fears, bigger than your excuses, and bigger than your current circumstances, you open the door to opportunities that once seemed beyond your reach. Your future is shaped not only by what you do, but by what you believe is possible.